Now, let's talk about setting the target price. What is our basis? Well, first of all, we can look at pricing strategy of rivals. And we are going to discuss that in more detail later because there are so many like market skimming, penetration, and so on. So we will look at what they are trying to do. We will look at our strategy. So whether we want to increase our customer base or whether we want to keep our customer base focused so that we can concentrate on them and charge extra. We will look at that. We will look at target market share. So the higher market share we need, maybe the lower the price will need to be so that we can have more clients. And anticipated demand. So if we know that the demand is high, we will be able to charge higher price. If we know that the demand is low, well, probably we will need to reduce it. Now, talking about both prices and cost, sometimes we would like to engage in something that is called value engineering or value analysis. So what is the value that we're giving to the customer? And one of them will be cost reduction or cost prevention. And product quality improvement will improve. So when we want to decrease our cost, we will try to look at cost reduction or at product quality improvement. So talking about value engineering, we will look at the value, we will look at cost value. And cost value is the total of the ingredients. So for example, if you want to order sushi, what is the total of the ingredients of the sushi? Well, it's going to be nori, it's going to be fish, it's going to be avocado, and so on. So if you are a sushi house and you are selling this sushi, you will charge that and something. You can look at the exchange value. Exchange value is the market value of the product or service. So what other competitors are charging. So if we are a sushi house, exchange value will be the average price for sushi in the city. Use value, how much benefit will product or service bring? So if you are a sushi house and it's something like business lunch, so the value is just to stop being hungry and go back to work. So you will be able to charge less. If that's evening time and people come there to just relax, to have a nice chat and so on, so they will be able to pay, they will be willing to pay more. If we are talking about phone, well, use value will be, let's say, the camera, the ability to charge, to connect to the internet and allow to work. Esteem value is the prestige that is attached to this very product or service. So, for example, when we talk about flying business class, and if it's a short distance flight, well, business class and economy class, they do not really differ much. Well, okay, the food is slightly better, but if it's a 1 hour flight, who cares? Well, yes, you see, you do not have a neighbor right in the middle of the state, but if their flight is not busy, so neither do those that fly economy class. So actually, everything is the same, but the esteem value, the fact that a person flies business class, is going to be higher. Well, maybe if you're wearing clothes that are manufactured, that are designer, even though they may be as nice looking as some clothes that are more about mass market, well, the esteem value will be higher because you know that they're custom based, that they are just one in a kind. So that is esteem value. So once again, value that we are providing to the customer is either the cost of ingredients, the cost, the exchange value, or the market charges, use value, and esteem value. And we will try to analyze the value, and based on this value, we will see how to cost to make it cheaper for us to get. and we will think about how to improve the value so that we are able to charge more.